In this video, I want to show you something that you can do with your knitted or luceted strands. Now, if you're like me, I'm generally always have a Knitting Nancy around and I'm making strands. And there are, certain things you can do with them. But I have a few containers of strands that are all different colors. I do have them separated, excuse me, as to whether they're acrylic or wool. And I was going to make little dolls out of them, and I was thinking, there has to be something else. In the meantime, I've been luceting and making ropes, and some of the ropes are too short for what I wanted them for, or they're, I don't know, the acrylic yarn I used isn't strong enough. So here's a solution for both of them. You can take your knitted strands or your luceted rope strands and knit them on larger needles into a rug. It's a very easy way to make a rag rug. So if you have knitting Nancy strands all the time, this is worsted weight yarn, 1 thickness knit. It's not very long. You can use your sewing machine and stitch these together into very long strands, or you can hand sew them together if you want. You can tie these together, but you'll end up with kind of a big knot. This is a single-strand luceted cord, and you can do this with that. You would probably need like size 11 needles. But what I'm doing, my luceted ropes are double strand or bulky weight yarn luceted into tight strands, as you see, and then I am tying them together just like that and knitting them on size 17 needles. Now this one only has excuse me, this one only has 10 stitches on it, and I have several ropes. You can mix the colors. And I'm just going to keep knitting. This will end up, it's actually going to be a rug. I just need a narrow one in front of the kitchen sink. So now the advantage to this, whether you're using Knitting Nancy strands or luceted strands, all the dirt falls through. So it's great for inside the house because you can wash it very easily. The fact that they're tightly knit, either type of strand, also means, like I have a dog, there isn't going to be dog hair getting all inside the rug. So it's a great way to make, to take your knitted strands or your luceted strands and do something larger with them without a lot of hand sewing or anything like that. Size 17 needles. This one is 10 stitches, and it's about 10 inches in this view, top to bottom, 10 inches wide. But so I would make it like 20 stitches to make it a regular rectangular, say, bathroom rug. It's great for people like me who are always either using a Lucet or using a Knitting Nancy, and then you don't know what to do with the strands. Of course, if you take, say, a full skein of yarn, such as this is Red Heart Super Saver acrylic, and you spool knit that whole skein and then knit that into a rug, the spool knit skeins will be much softer and squishier. Very easy way to use your spool knit or luceted cords or strands.